Hey guys, Crackerjack here,
And Webster.
and
I have a
today
lisp apparently.
you have another lisp. He has a
I
lot of
do.
lisp. You have a lot of
I
lisps.
well, 'cause I do voices that require them, and sometimes I've gotten used to it. Just go.
I swear, mate, you have a lot of problems with your teeth.
That's not a half-barred. What what is the
British,
word?
British accent. British accent.
British. Well, it's isn't really British. It's more like
You
I
have
don't
more.
remember it.
Well, the problem is you have more of a Cockney accent.
Yeah, it's Cockney. I prefer this actually because it's a very lazy way to speak, and the less effort I have to put into anything is fine by me. So,
I wish I was Russian though. I wish I was
oh,
Russian, like FPS Russia, who shoots guns and hates fun.
that guy is.
We're getting so off track.
I'm done. That was okay. We derailed this video before it really even started. So let's just let's try that again.
Story, yeah.
Yeah, let's. Okay. So, what are you doing? Brony stories?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the first podcast, we talked about, yeah, we should totally do our Brony stories. Because, I did a little bit of mine. I still have yet to know yours. But do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you should go first, because I want to make you wait more.
You're so mean, I swear to God. Let's just strike him down!
Just go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just go. You will get your story.
Okay, so, flashback, 2011.
I'm sorry.
You're so mean. Even you see,
That
that's
was-
how he treats me. I
That's
try to come out to you guys. That sounds wrong, but I try
oh
to.
my god. Stop. Just stop. You are literally like the hole you're digging for yourself. You're not even using a shovel anymore. You're using like a freaking like backhoe or something. Like just try again. Please. Just try again. Oh my god.
Okay, flashback,
Oh,
2011.
Jesus.
So,
December 11th, 2011. I was on the front lines of. Okay, I'm sorry.
okay, so flashback 2011. It's mid-February. I think it was the 15th. Was it the 15th? I think it was about the 15th, something like that. And actually, just for shiggles, I'm actually going to go back to February 2011. No, it was the 13th, because the episode had come out the previous week. Okay, so February 13th, 2011 was kind of when I started actually watching the show. On previous weeks, back in like December or November, one of my friends, let's just call him Z, I guess you could call him Z, he,
Or, wait. Is this the person we previously mentioned?
I think so.
Oh.
But anyways, Z mentioned the show to me, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch a show for girls. But, and I was very judgmental back then. I didn't accept anything different. I was very, very, very stereotypical about everything. And when I became a brother,
Really?
everything kind of changed like that. Huh?
Really?
Yeah, I was seriously judgmental.
That's very unlike you. I don't really think I know your story, actually.
Really? I could have sworn I told
Yeah,
you.
well, like, I don't really know how you were before, because we met in this fan base.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't really know how you were as a person before you found the show.
But yeah, I was extremely judgmental. I'm gonna get really personal. I was very racist, and I was anti everything. Like, if you had an opinion that was different than me, I would beat the absolute living crap out of you for saying something. And I didn't accept change about anything. And
Wow, dude. I would not even be your friend. Oh my god.
but
Wow.
so back in like November, my friend mentioned this show to me. I was like, no, it's a show for little girls. I'm not gonna watch it. Another month go by, he goes, dude, you seriously need to watch it. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. January comes by, he starts like randomly linking me stuff on Facebook about, no, I didn't even have a Facebook account. Huh.
What?
Yeah, I didn't even have a Facebook account until I became a brony. But anyways, so I was very against the internet then too. I was like, oh, the internet's the death of the world and blah blah. I still agree with that mostly right now because people are just retarded on the internet now. But at the time, I was just against everything new. And so my friend, he started playing these songs at lunch on his phone, and he was like, dude, listen to this new dubstep song, beep, and he would play it for me, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a really good song. Guess what? That was made by a brony person. I was like, you're not, no, it wasn't.
It's suddenly terrible.
So February comes along, I'm like, fine, I'll watch it if you just get off my back. If I don't like it, you will stop pressuring me. And he was like, fine, I'll stop pressuring you. So, it gets into the weekend, and I'm like, I have nothing else to do. So, I go on YouTube, and I watch the first episode. I'm like, you know what? This is, it's alright. I'm not really into it, sort of, whatever. But it's a two-parter, so I'll watch the second episode. So I watch the second episode, I'm like, alright, that kind of introduced the characters, but, you know, I'm gonna give this a little bit more time before I judge it. So, at the time, I'm like, I really don't want to become a brony, but I'm gonna keep watching because I feel like he's gonna test me. You know, I felt like I was gonna get back into school the next day and he was gonna be like, alright, name the 6 main characters of the show. And I was like,
was that your justification?
That was my justification for watching more. So
that's what helped you sleep that night?
Well, I'll tell you later, hang on. So I watched the 3rd episode, and I'm like, you know what, this is alright. I watched the 4th episode. So I watched the 4th episode, and at the end, I was like, I think I'm a brony. God damn it. And I watched all 13 episodes in one sitting, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning by the time I was done, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a brony.
You know, I hear that a lot. Like, I feel like that it's a very recurring thing throughout the fan base. When you hear people's brony stories, they're like, oh my god, I looked at the clock and it was like 4 in the morning, or like 3 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, and it's like, wow. A lot of people stayed up late for this show.
Exactly. But, after that, he helped me create my Facebook account because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. So I was like, help me make my Facebook account. And he was like, okay. So I made that and I joined his, brony page. And, he had a Facebook account on YouTube, or a Facebook page on Facebook group on YouTube, for everyone who likes my pony and everything like that.
Wait. A Facebook group on YouTube?
I said YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. I don't want there to be confusion in the audience section of.
There's a Facebook group on YouTube?
Say.
Tell me more.
Yeah, like, okay. So
anyways, a Facebook group on, oh god, a My Little Pony group on Facebook. There.
That's what you were going for. You just associate Facebook with MLP now.
So, anyways.
Like, they're just equal.
Exactly. So, I started watching more and more episodes, and I started getting into DeviantArt, and I'm going like, yeah, there's so much stuff. And, my pony folder just exploded on my computer, like, I started putting stuff on the background and everything. And, you know, at the time I was kind of skeptical about what people would think about me. I ended up telling, most people that were close to me, that Christmas that I was a brony. But anyways, excuse me, sorry. But later on that year, fast forward to June, July, I went to, at the time, my acting group at my school was invited to go to the Fringe Festival in, Edinburgh, Scotland by the American High School Theatre Festival. And we went there, but while we were there, I was in a group on Facebook. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something about, haters gonna hate and trollers gonna troll, or some random stupid something like that. And it was constantly about trolling people and really, really touchy subjects like 9/11 and social rights and everything like that. But at the time, it was really funny, some of the stuff that they posted. I didn't really agree with most of it, but some of the stuff they said was absolutely hilarious, and what they posted was hilarious, and I was on the group for a while. But then, I added my friend Z, and, he posted on the group saying something like, spreading hate and violence isn't the right way to go, or something like that. And me being,
Oh dear.
yeah, me being a troll at the time, because I turned into a very funny person, because most of the people that I hung out with now since I became a brony, really didn't give a damn what other people thought. And I was like, yeah, these people are awesome, I'm gonna hang around them more. And, but he took it really personally when I added him to the group, and he was like, no, this is a bad group. So I commented on his status on the group saying, oh, looks like someone has their period, lol. And he absolutely flipped out, and he deleted the status, and he kicked me from the pony group. Completely unrelated to ponies, he kicked me from the group. And so I had my friend, who was also a brony that I had met through playing RuneScape. At the time, RuneScape was a big thing. And, he added me back into the group. And, I made a status saying, that's kind of weird, cause I had no idea what Facebook groups did. And so I said, that's a little weird. I lost the group somehow. And he was like, oh, that is really strange. And then Z messaged me personally through Facebook saying, if you ever do something like that to embarrass me again, you're gone from this group. So, I was like, that really kind of turned me off when he did that, because a completely unrelated subject to the group, and he kicks me from it. And no one on that group knows who he was. He was on there for a matter of probably 30 seconds, not even a minute. No one would have ever paid attention to who he was, besides he deleted the post in the first place. So, that really turned me off. And ever since then, when I tried to give suggestions to the group, he would just downright, destroy them and go like, no, the admins will do what they want and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, calm down. I'm just trying to, spice up the group a little bit.
Oh, is this that like totalitarian group you were telling me about that you were once in?
Yes.
Where like the admins were all like authoritative and admins everything. Blah.
They were very authoritarian driven. And
okay.
So after about a couple more months, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm done with you. And I sent him a very long, nasty message on Facebook saying that, you need to grow up and be more mature, because this isn't the way you would do it. You should have come to me first instead of deleting me from the group. You should have come to me and said, I really didn't appreciate what you said, and I would really appreciate that you didn't do it again. And I would have been like, okay, sorry, I didn't know you would take it that personally. And that would have been fine. That would have been fine. I would have never done it again. But, so I created my own group on Facebook, and, the funny thing is, I've got like 4 times more members that he does, so it's kind of like an extra kick in the teeth for him. So, that happened. And,
That's funny.
But after that, like, I forgave him for kicking me from the group, even though I really don't feel responsible for that. I still feel like he overreacted, like, over the moon. And, yeah.
I think it's cool how, like, you, like, even, like, before you started the group that I joined, like, your group, even before you started that, and you were in that one, and he did that, you were kind of like, okay, no, that's not okay. You need to, even though you're an admin, you still need to talk to the person and ask them not to do it again. And it's cool because, like, you do that with your group now. Like, you have the other, like, you and the other admins. There's like 6 now, I think. Or no, there's 5. Yeah, there's 5. Like the admins, like, if something happens, they talk to the person or they talk to the offender first, and then before anything else. Because that's how it should be.
Yeah, the way I have the rules set up, they're all basic. Like, if you were a new member and you joined back in 2010, when the show actually started on October 10th, 2010, and you just started and you joined the Pony Fandom, there was no Rule 34, there was no Humanize, there was no anything. So basically, that's how I started the group. I started it with basic rules saying no Rule 34, nothing that would be gory, nothing that would scare away young members, because this was going to be a general, all-loving group, and I didn't want anything terrible on the group to begin with. So I have, if you read the rules, I have a bunch of basic rules. I say the first offense, we're just going to delete it, and we're going to say don't do it again. The second offense, you're going to get a hit. The second offense, you're going to get a hit. Even the second offense, you're going to get a hit. The third offense, you're going to get a hit. The fourth offense, you get a kick. And if you want to come back and you do it again, you get a ban. So technically you have 5 times before you get kicked from the group permanently. And I don't think anyone would do that nowadays on Facebook.
Well, I'm not going to name anyone, but there is one person that I wasn't there for it, but he left, like, shortly before I joined, I think, and then he came back with, like, another account, and then he was like, surprise, it's me, and yeah, I think he's back on there now also.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Even though he did come back, he came back as another name, but I left him alone.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't doing anything wrong.
Well, yeah, he's, like, okay. He's, like, okay. Like, he doesn't really do anything.
He's okay now, but yeah.
So, I just like how, like, even back then you had these ideals for, like, what an admin for a Facebook group should be, and you, like, took that and put that into your own, like, group. So,
yeah. Thank you.
You're awesome for that. Anyway, continue with your story, please. It's very interesting. I don't really know any of this, so.
I think that's kind of it. I don't really know if I don't know if I'm leaving anything out, honestly. I became interested in doing art. I made a DeviantArt page, and I started making, like, really funny comics for my little Brony. One of them actually got, like, 200-something reposts and favorites, and I was like, oh!
I did, like, 3 submissions once during Season 3, and people liked them, and I'm like, thanks. And I don't do anything now, because I can't.
I guess I could post some of my favorite ones in the comments.
Yeah, dude, should we post ours? Like, how many did you do?
You mean our DeviantArt page? Let's just post our
DeviantArt
page.
Well, I don't see the point in posting my DeviantArt because I don't do anything on it.
Oh, well, most of my stuff is on my DeviantArt.
Oh, okay, because I made, like, 3 lols for my little Brony. So, I only want to post one, though. It's that Applejack one.
Oh my god, yes!
The baby Applejack one.
Yes.
Dude, I like, looked for it. I typed that in after the episode, and I'm like, you guys will see this, too, don't worry. We'll post the link in the description.
Actually, I
typed in that caption, and I'm like, why has no one done this yet? It's been, like, 4 hours. How is this not a thing yet?
I think I could post it in the picture, actually, and then people could see it when it
Can you
over. Yeah,
Can you put it in the video?
Yeah.
Can I just send it? Put it right in the video?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, cool.
So yeah, that's a thing.
I think even on meme days I'm like Spiky Wikey or something like that.
I guess so. But of course, I guess I'll just put my DeviantArt page down in the description. You could put your picture down in the description.
Yeah.
So now your Brony story, I guess.
So now it's my turn. My story is a lot less something than yours. It's a lot less something. I don't know exactly what, but it's less something than yours. I don't know. I mean, to me it's pretty riveting. It's a pretty riveting tale, but you know, whatever. feel free to interrupt me also, since I interrupted you like 20 times. So I'm well aware.
Interrupt your pants.
I'm well aware that I did that. So I joined the fan base really, really late. Like, you remember? I joined it really late. Do you remember the season 2 finale?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was after that.
Love is in bloom.
Yeah, it was after that. It was after that song ended.
Room to
I think. When did that air?
Sorry.
You know when that aired?
I don't. January, February, March, April,
Like
May.
May?
I want to say May or April.
It was probably like early May, maybe, cause I was in my senior year of high school.
Let me see when I recorded the folder. Hang on. Keep talking.
Okay, so I was in my senior year of high school, and my friend, I was in this government class, and we didn't do anything in there. So my friend and I would just like go on the internet the whole time because we didn't learn anything, and our teacher didn't care. So, and he showed me this video of Nicolas Cage. It's just a compilation. We'll link this too. It's like a compilation of like scenes of Nicolas Cage's movies where he is just flipping out.
Oh my god.
The video is called Nicolas Cage Losing His Shit. And it was really funny. It's still funny to me. But like, when I got home, like a couple days later, or like a week later or something,
Real quick,
I wanted to watch it again.
I'm gonna interrupt. When I saved the actual episode, it was June 10th, 2012. So
Okay,
it's probably
there's no
either that day or a little bit before.
Are you
Okay.
sure? Because I don't. How did it end in June? That's ridiculous.
I don't know, but that's when I saved the folder, or the file.
No, there's no way. Because in June I was like out of school, and I know I was watching it. It was out before I was out of school, so I know that.
Okay, so it was definitely sometime before June then. So continue.
Yeah, it was probably like early May, I think. So I wanted to watch the video again. This was like a week later or two or something like that. So, and this is towards the end of the school year, like maybe April or something. So I searched it on YouTube and I watched it again, and then I see in the related videos section, a video called Ponies Losing Their Shit. So I'm like, so I click on it, and it's like, it's the same audio. Someone took the audio from the original video, but just like put a bunch of clips from the show over it, and it was really funny to me. I didn't know who the characters were, what episodes the clips were from, what context it was. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any names or anything like that. All I knew was that it was hilarious watching these colorful ponies yelling obscenities randomly for like 4 straight minutes. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. And I was also an avid browser of Memebase, and I went on there one day and I saw this heading called My Little Brony, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I click on it, and it's like just pictures of like ponified memes, like just a bunch of that's all it was just specifically for My Little Pony, and I actually got, without even watching any of the episodes, I actually like laughed at most of them, because most of them were funny without watching it without knowing anything. So except I actually didn't realize this at the time, but my first encounter with anything Rule 34 related was actually on there. It was the Lyra plushie.
Oh dear God, that incident.
And they the joke was like, oh, it's not for that. It's to have like fist fights with each other or something like that. And believe it or not, I was stupid enough to believe that.
Oh God.
Yeah. So there's that. So I didn't realize it at the time.
It's a puppet.
So yeah, no, that's what I'm like, okay, whatever, hey, all right. So that video, And then, like, after I clicked on that video, ponies losing their shit, there were, like, other, like, pony videos, and, like, then the memes and everything, and I'm like, what is going on with the internet? So, I literally just typed in My Little Pony, and all these search results came up, and it's like, people are, like, praising it, and it's, like, all over Tumblr and Facebook and YouTube, and I'm like, how have I somehow avoided this since 2010? How have I not seen anything about this? How did I do? Like, I consider that a victory in and of itself. Even though I missed out on the first 2 seasons completely, I consider it a victory that I didn't know about it at all. So,
or just failure of the people around you.
I guess. I live in a very interesting town. I'll get to that in a second. So I finally decide to, like, I'm like, all right, whatever. I didn't really know anything about the show. Like, unlike you, I was just sort of like, okay, all this stuff seems pretty funny and cool and interesting, so I'll just give the show a chance. And I watched it, and of course the first episode, as we all know, is a 2-parter, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to sleep with only 1 part done, so I watched the second one, and to this day, that is my favorite 2-parter anything out of the show. Like, favorite finale, favorite premiere, favorite 2-parter, because it's so... I don't know.
We should talk about that next episode, like our favorite things from the face.
We shall. There's just something about it. I don't know. Plus, I'm a sucker for tragic villains, and Nightmare Moon is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah.
I love tragic villains because they're driven by something other than want. They're like material.
They're wanting for attention.
Yeah, like they don't want money. They don't want power. They just want
to be loved.
Like, yeah, yeah. Some of them.
Like the Joker. The Joker just wants to be loved.
He's not a tragic villain. I might not even call him a villain.
I'm kidding. Go ahead. Continue.
I don't know. I actually didn't hear what you said.
The Joker.
No, I know you said the Joker, but so let's see. So I watched those 2, and I wasn't, like, entirely hooked on the show yet, and I think I speak for a minority of the Brony fan base when I say that after the first 2 episodes, I went to sleep. At, like, 1. I don't know, I wasn't entirely hooked on it yet, and I watched, next day, went to school, came home, figured I'll watch some more of it, so I watched the next 2. I just did, like, 2 a day, and then I got to, let me see, I think Dragon Shy was the 7th episode.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, all both seasons are out now. Like, both seasons are done. I'm watching it on some website or whatever. I didn't even watch it on Netflix, because I was like, parents don't know about that yet. Hell no. So yeah, another day goes by, watch 2 more. So now I'm at 6 episodes done, and I was intrigued. Like, I was still not too sure about it, but, you know, it seemed pretty good. Like, it was interesting, and I knew who Lauren Faust was, of course. So, enjoying it, watching it, and then the next day came, and I got home, and I watched the 7th episode, and the 7th episode of Season 1 is Dragon Shy, and up until that point, Fluttershy had been the character that interested me the most. She didn't really interest me much more than the other characters, because I was still deciding on the show itself, but she was the one that I noticed the most, and because I identify with her a lot, and that episode just absolutely cinched it for me. Like, just everything about that episode, her character, in my mind, was perfectly done. She's shy at first, and then it's the first season, so, like, she's shy, and she just, like, has all these friends, and she's an element, and all this stuff just happened, and then they have to take care of this dragon, and she's really shy and afraid, and then at the end, she's just like, no, you're not gonna treat my friends like that. I'm gonna tell you how it is right now, and I'm just like, damn, that's awesome, and that's when I decided that I liked the show.
Nice.
And that's the night I stayed up till, like, 4 in the morning. So, I think it's the episode you get hooked at. I don't know. But, yeah, no, that's when I stayed up till 4, and I got up to, like, I don't know, I think I was, like, 3/4 of the way through season 1 by the time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. So that's how I got hooked on the show, and then I just decided, like, yeah, I guess I'm a brony now, okay, whatever, and I just found all these videos, see, cause I didn't know anything about Derpy or, like, anything that had happened. I didn't know any of that, so I had a lot to look up and learn about. So I learned about what happened with Derpy. I learned about everything, including the other stuff I'm not really going to go into too much.
Yeah.
Except that yeah. I'm trying to figure out where to go from here, because I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember what happened. Oh, okay. Okay, so I discovered the show. I discovered I liked it, but it was like a couple weeks later. School was basically over. No one really cared anymore. Not that anyone cared that much to begin with, but, So I was feeling kind of sad, I guess, or by myself, because the area and town that I live in is very much how you used to be.
Judgmental and annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was not about to tell anyone about this, because I was just like, yeah, how about no? I didn't want to do that. I didn't mind. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell anyone, and I was feeling kind of, like, lonely and just sad, and so I typed into Google where to find other bronies to talk to, and I found this little website called Bronyland.com. It's sort of like EQD, except it's not annoying.
Huh.
Bring on the dislikes. I'm sorry if we get dislikes because of that, but yeah.
I don't care. This is a place to voice your opinion. So if you guys want to put stuff in the comments, put stuff in the comments.
By all means.
Go for it.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
tell us your brony story. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yes, do that, or do a video response if you want. So yeah, it's kind of like EQD. It's a lot smaller, and I went on there and I made an account, and I was just kind of like, hi guys, I'm new to the fan base. I don't really know, like, what to do, because I don't really have anyone to talk to. And the response I got was just overwhelming. Everyone was so nice and welcoming and, like, happy, and they were all like, oh, welcome to the herd, and, like, oh, we're glad that you like the show, and, who's your favorite pony, and stuff like that. So it was really cool, and I got into, like, a short discussion, and then I learned about cupcakes, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you joined it when all the crazy shit was happening.
Yeah, but it's kind of strange, because even though I joined it after all that stuff happened, because I joined it after season 2 ended, like, even though all that stuff was already there, like, I joined the good part of it, and I just sort of
ignored the rest.
Well, yeah, I ignored the rest, but, like, then I just sort of watched it take over the rest of the fan base. Like, it's sort of like a poison. That's how I feel. But I don't want to turn this into that. So
yeah.
So then I just I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. I made a lot of friends, including Crackerjack, of course, and someone else who actually referred me to the group when we were staying at the same campus for some sort of like summer program. Last year in 2012, we stayed at like the campus of my university for like a month, just to sort of like get a feel for it. And he referred me to the group, and I actually met like 3 other bronies there. Like it was literally just like 30 students. It was a summer program for my university. We got to stay at its main campus for a month and take a couple classes and stay in our own. We got our own dorm rooms. We originally weren't, but they changed it. And I met 3 bronies there. It was literally like 30 kids, including me, and like, what are the odds? 3 others, like 4 bronies out of a group of, well, one of them wasn't actually in the program. He was doing a summer class, and we technically weren't allowed to talk to him, but we didn't really care. So, but yeah, 3 bronies out of the 30 kids that were there. That's pretty, like, wow. So, I met these 3, and one of them referred me to the group that you started, and from there it just kind of, I don't know. I started. He also got me indirectly into writing. He didn't. It was someone else, but like they both like contributed to my desire to like writing, because I write fan fictions and stuff, and then I started my pony channel. Because I was already doing a gaming channel. I had that up for like maybe a year and a half or so. And I started making a lot of references to the show. And after seeing the response that people got, that bronies got to non-bronies from the rest of the internet, I'm like, you know what? I want to keep that separate. So I made another channel just for that. And that's pretty much it, I guess. Now we're here. I don't know. Was mine longer than yours? Because I don't want it to be that.
No, it feels like ours were about the same.
Okay. Leave a comment. Whose was longer? I want to know if mine was longer than his.
It
matters. It matters.
Seriously.
It seriously matters.
It's like some OCD guy's gonna go back and be like, damn it, I'm gonna have to listen to this thing again.
Oh my god. Crackerjack's was like 5 frames longer than Webster's. Holy crap.
Webster's was longer by 3 seconds.
Oh jeez. So,
I can totally imagine.
So those are our brony stories. Please feel free to comment yours or leave a video response. Preferably talking
leave us
about
a video response or a comment telling us about, how you became a brony and stuff like that. I think it'd be kind of cool.
It would be. What's next?
I don't know, but that was actually very long, so I don't know if we should stop it here and then just do another podcast.
Yeah, next
Friday?
Yeah, next week. Next Friday we'll do other stuff.
Okay. We'll go ahead and throw links in the description for like the Nicolas Cage thing you mentioned.
Both.
Yeah, both of them.
That's great. The Applejack meme.
Oh yeah, the Applejack meme, the Pinkie Pie
so
one.
Let me see, both Nicolas Cage videos, your DeviantArt, the Applejack meme I made, and what else?
Full of other things. I'll remember.
Should we link Facebook group or
which one?
Yours. The one.
If people ask for it, I mean, sure, why not? If you guys if you guys want to go ahead and join the Facebook group that I'm in.
Yeah, if you want to join the Facebook group.
I guess we'll link that in the next one. We'll link that in the next one. And we can kick it here.
Or send us a private message and say I'd like the link, so we'll send it.
Yeah, like send us a PM if you guys want to join. Alright. I think that's about it for now. This was like 40-something minutes.
Holy crap.
I know, right?
That's like double the length of we'll just keep doubling the length every single time. Next week will be 80 minutes.
Oh dear. That'd be awesome.
It will be.
Alright guys, this was Crackerjack.
And Webster.
And we hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye.
Hey guys, Crackerjack and Webster here.
We hope you guys enjoyed our video.
Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed.
Click any of the annotations below for other videos from our channel.
Thanks again, and we hope you guys have an awesome day.
Bye.